the best laid plans of mice and men. That doesn't really apply to me. Let's face it, I'm not real good at planning, but I did have some hopes today. I had some hopes of coming out here to Newport State Park in Door County, Wisconsin, and camping tonight. This is a dark sky park here in Wisconsin, but unfortunately, all the camping spots are booked already, which is a little surprising for a Monday and this early in the season, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And sad point number 2, this dark sky park closes at 11. So that is 38 minutes before the Milky Way core gets up over the horizon. So the nighttime photography and camping are bust. But we're not gonna let that ruin the day. We've still got 2 really nice hikes planned. I'm gonna do loop number 1 here, which is the Newport Loop. It's about a 4-mile loop. I'm gonna just hike that, see what we find, and enjoy that. Then I've got another one, Rowley's Bay, which actually connects up. And I might do that one too. That one's just a little over 2 miles, I think. So we'll see how we do with those. But it's just gonna be a day of exploration and photography, which is always enjoyable. So I'm gonna get started by rearranging the bags here. I'm not gonna need my camping bag, but I am gonna take some stuff out of the camera bag. I don't need my star tracker, because we won't be here at night. But I am gonna take my hammock just in case I find some place to take a nap today. But excuse me while I rearrange these bags, and then we'll head on out and we'll see what else we can find today. It's a beautiful day, so we should be able to find something. I did see some wildflowers on my drive in, so hopefully we can find some of those along the way. All right, so we've come across our first shot and we are literally 25 feet away from the parking lot. There's this great pine tree. It's actually this group of pine trees, and they have this really gorgeous lush green moss growing at the bottom of them. And the texture of this bark is just unreal. It's super curvy and wavy, and it still somehow has these horizontal lines running all the way through it and up and down it. So that's the shot. I'm just kind of getting this nice dark brown patch of the bark in between these 2 lush green patches of moss, and it's just gorgeous. Let me see here. Show it to you on the back of the camera as best we can. And this is it. You can see it. We're cropped in a little bit here in the video format, but really great green grass. Just the texture of this dark, rich bark, and then another little clump of the moss up on top of it. That's the shot. It's really simple. I'm gonna do a focus stack on this because, as you can see here, this tree trunk is curving away from me. So not only is it like leaning, but curving too. So that concave kind of feature to it makes it impossible for me to get a sharp focus from the front of the composition to the back of the composition. So probably gonna end up being about 5 shots, 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll hit a couple of the corners, make sure I'm sharp all the way through this, stack all those together. But this one is just all about this texture and this contrast of color, and I love it. So simple. All right, let's see if we can get further than 15 feet down this trail and see what else there is to it. So far though, it's looking pretty promising. It's a beach. It's Lake Michigan. It's pretty great. All right, so after wandering around on the beach for so long, I didn't really find anything that was like overwhelmingly exciting to me. And then as I was turning around and coming back, I caught this tree trunk that is just stripped of the bark, and you can just see the kind of growth patterns sweeping around over this rock. And it was catching the sunlight, and it was just beautiful. And that's what this shot is. It's this pattern of the sweeping wood fibers in this tree, and the light, the shadow, the way it's falling, because it's just wavy kind of, there's caverns, and so it's just dodging in and out of shadow, and that's what it is. It's just this texture and the shadow. Shooting in manual again to keep my exposure the same all the way around, in and out of the shadow. Shooting at an f9, ISO 100, 1/100th of a second. And I'm about a stop underexposed because I really want to exaggerate that contrast between the sunlight and the shadows. And again, focus stacking, just kind of hitting a shot, focus right there dead middle, and then I'm just kind of hitting my four corners to make sure that I'm sharp all the way through the frame. And that's it. Just really, this one is all about texture and light. And I like it on the back of the camera, so we'll see what it ends up being like once we're done processing it. But here it is now. You can tell me, how did we do? All right, well, let's pack this up and keep hiking this trail. We're like 100 yards in, and we've got like 4 miles and a bunch of yards left to go. Not that it's a race, we have all day. Oh, it's so pretty. Again, it's today, textures, patterns, shadow, light, contrast. And that's what this guy is. It's just this hollowed out tree that's fallen apart. I don't even know where the other half of it is. It's probably long since decayed. But this inner bark is just pocked with these little dimples all over the place. And it's just got these oranges and greens and browns and yellows. And then it's got this great little kind of mountain top looking, just lamination to it on the inside, and that's the shot. It's really, really, really simple, and I absolutely love it. Thanks, little guy. Now I'm going to leave the mosquitoes and go back to the trail. Get off my bag, mosquito. You don't get to come with me. Oh boy, it's a bunch of little mushrooms on a fallen over log. I do love that. There's just something about the patterns on these mushrooms, just the little scallops and the wavy lines in them that are so great. I am gonna find something in here to take a picture of. Also got this great knot in this fallen branch on top of this mushroom covered log. So a little scene to explore a little bit. Get my camera out, work with these mushrooms a little bit. Let's see what we can find. Oh, sorry, little spider guy. I want to put my backpack in your home. Doing basically kind of the same thing. Again, this is a focus stack because it's a log, it's curving, and I'm so close to it. I can't get it in focus from top to bottom of the frame because tops and bottoms of the frame, they're a little further back than the front, the middle of the frame because of that curve, right? So just kind of focusing from top to bottom in the frame in manual exposure to keep it the same exposure throughout so that my metering point doesn't trick the camera into doing something else. Shooting at an ISO 100, f8 1/20th of a second. Just shooting about 4 different focus points on that log with these mushrooms. And that is that. It's that simple. Again, this one's just about these patterns of these mushrooms. I find these mushrooms to be so intriguing. They're all over the place. I forget what they're called. I'll put the name of it here. But they're really, really fun. And that's that. Just enjoying it and loving it. All right. Onward. Ooh. Maybe I'll mess with this little tree knot. Maybe not. Maybe not. Get it? Tree knot? Not? Yeah. So, okay, we're moving on. Sorry. Here we go. Well, my friends, despite today not going according to plan, it has been a great day. As you know, my plan was to come out here originally and find a camping spot and do some astrophotography tonight. But believe it or not, the weather forecast was correct, and it is 100% cloud right now and only getting thicker. So there won't be any stars tonight. So there's no astrophotography to be had anyway, so that's fine. Also looks like the sunset is going to get snuffed out as well. So I think with that, I'm just gonna call it a day. And it was a fantastic day. I couldn't be happier. I think I got some really great shots today. I discovered this place, Newport State Park here in Door County. It's amazing. So what a great way to spend the day. I could not be happier. And I want to thank you for coming along with me. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and tell your friends, because the more the merrier. And if you want to do me a huge favor, head on over to my website, toddhphoto.com. Down there in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a little subscribe button to my newsletter, A Quiet Stillness. And there I'm just sharing with you my images and the stories behind them, the motivation, the reason I took them, the things I was thinking about when I took them. Various different things, a little bit different every month, and I only do it once a month, so it's not too much to have to deal with. So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. I'd love to see you there. I just think it's a little bit more of a personal exchange and something I really enjoy doing. So please check it out. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.